We got team coverage on storm damage from overnight. Some of the worst damage in Ottawa County. We'll go there in just a minute, but first to Grand Rapids. Leon Hendricks live with more on that. Leon?
Brett, good morning to you. We are seeing quite a bit of damage out here, especially now that the daylight is starting to come out. We are here at Lexington and Trowbridge on the northeast side, right near Coit Elementary School. 96 is that way. And take a look at this damage here. This giant tree falling on this car. You can see, luckily, no one was inside. That tree obviously coming down as a result of some pretty strong winds. We kind of want to walk you over this way. Now, although the storm has passed, there's still certainly some danger out there as power lines have been knocked down because of scenes like this. So certainly you'll want to be cautious as you're walking out the door. Although the storm has passed, there still is some risk out there that you're taking as you walk out the door. Take a look at how close this tree came to these homes across the street. Luckily, they weren't hit, but again, obviously some strong winds swept through this area. The National Weather Service, we expect, will be out here to determine exactly, to try to identify exactly what it was that swept through here, whether or not we did experience tornadic activity or not. We'll, of course, be staying in touch with them throughout the day. Reporting live on the northeast side of Grand Rapids, Leon Hendricks, 24-hour News 8.
All right, thank you, Leon. Our team coverage continues this morning. 24-hour News 8's Dean Morrison near Marne, which was, we're learning, was hit really hard. Dean?
It really was. Pretty much the whole town is without power, and as the sun comes up, you can really see the damage. We have been finding trees down everywhere, on houses, on cars, on the streets. We also have some video that you should be seeing right now of the Depot Cafe. Right at that intersection of Main and State, a power pole snapped in half, and power lines are down across the roadway. It's blocked with police tape right now, and no one can really get through that area safely. Some roads impassable with these the debris and the trees that are down. We're seeing some huge trees. You saw that one that Leon was showing you, just uprooted. We're finding the same thing. We actually talked with a couple that lives at 24th and Garfield. She said that the 4 big trees in her yard were just sheared right off. They're all down this morning. Many, she said her road, they had to drive around trees to get out. She also mentioned that at St. Mary's Church in Marne, they'd been setting up for vacation Bible school. They had a tent pole that was ripped out of the tent and shot through the window there. We're going to go back and check out that damage as well. Right now we are in Eastmanville, and we're finding the same thing. Trees down everywhere, roadsides down. We're finding huge trees down across people's on their houses as well this morning. And we do also have reports of a car accident at 68th and Leonard. Apparently a car slammed into a downed tree about 4:30 this morning. Driver wasn't hurt. Car was badly damaged, just never saw it in the darkness. And also a report of some farm equipment that has blown onto the roadway. We're going to check that out as well. We'll continue to bring you some updates from the storm damage here in Ottawa County. Brett and Emily?
Okay, Dee, thank you. A house fire in Grand Rapids sparked by lightning. This happened on Wealthy Street Southeast as the storms rolled through. The fire sparked in the attic. Firefighters were able to get it under control pretty quickly. Everyone got out of the house safe. The damage does not appear to be significant. We're also learning lightning sparked another fire, this one in Spring Lake. This happened around 1 this morning on Maple Terrace. When crews arrived, fire was spreading through the attic. It took firefighters about 30 minutes to knock down the flames. No one was hurt. Our crews capturing video of another downed tree, this one in the 700 block of California Northwest. The tree was blocking California Street overnight. No one was hurt there.
We just talked to Consumers Energy officials, the company working several down lines. Here are the latest numbers. 27,000 are out of power statewide. Here in West Michigan, the hardest hit area is Kent County, where 15,000 people are without power. 2,000 are in the dark in Ottawa County, 1,600 in Allegan County. There are also outages in Ionia and Calhoun counties. Well, this line of storms, it spawned a reported tornado on the other side of Lake Michigan. The twister apparently touched down in Eagle, Wisconsin. At least 6 homes were damaged. One of the houses belonged to the fire chief. That one was leveled. Right now, rescue crews are attempting to find and bring people out of their homes. In some cases, firefighters are going door to door. So far, only minor injuries have been reported.
Back here in the 24-hour tracking center, some wild pictures coming in from our employees, Bilal Kurdi and Avi Forstein. Matt Kirkwood here to look at these pictures. Let's take a look. And I know a lot of people have some questions about these pictures. We certainly did when they captured these. This is from, they were at the IHOP on 28th Street enjoying some dinner late. looked outside. This is what they saw. What do you think?
It'd be nice to know if that was, the vantage point is that the left side or the east or west side of the storm.
That is heading north.
Heading north.
That is looking north from 28th Street.
That's looking north.
Yep.
Now, we did have a report of a funnel cloud right around the Alpine Township area, but that looks a little close for if they're on 28th Street.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, on the way to work, when I was moving in right when these tornado warnings were going off, I noticed a very distinct cloud structure with a storm moving in, and it was what I saw was a shower cloud. So this very well could have been a shower cloud. It's tough to say, especially at night and with a still picture. What we always are told to look for is rotation in the cloud, which is very difficult to tell during the overnight period. Plus, you have trees right in the bottom of that. I've seen shower clouds just a couple hundred feet off the ground, so it's very difficult to discern if it is a funnel cloud or a shower cloud. But my educated guess is that's probably the shower cloud of the storms that rolled through last night. That's the leading edge of some very strong winds that moved through the area. But I tell you what, you see that coming, you should be downstairs.
You take cover.
Right.
So what is the next step in a situation like this? The National Weather Service moves in now,
Yeah,
right?
well, we had numerous reports of some wind damage, also an unconfirmed tornado in the Alpine Township area. Whenever that happens, they'll send out some crews to do a storm survey and take a look at if there's any rotation or, some damage, sporadic and in different directions to verify if it was a tornado or if it was straight line winds. So they'll head out there today.
They can tell from the damage exactly what went through.
Yes.
Incredible. Okay, Matt, thank you.
Sure.
And while that storm rolled through, you were our eyes and ears, sending in your pictures and calling in your reports. These are just some of the pictures that were uploaded to Facebook or emailed to the newsroom. A lot of lightning as well as trees down across the area. And we're still taking those pictures. As you get around today and you see damage, make sure you send them to us. You can email them to us at report@woodtv.com or upload them to Wood TV or the Daybreak Facebook pages.